Capricorn, how are you today? This is your message for November 29th to 25th. We got a lot going on for you. It's pretty rhythmic. You've got a lot of flow right now, Capricorn, a lot of energy pouring through. I had to give it a lot of time between yesterday and today to do your reading. Just allow whatever to come through, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty fantastic. So we got a lot of astrological influences going on during this week. Today I am going to go into it for you a little bit. I am using the Earthwoman Tarot for you, the Lover's Oracle, to find out more about how you feel about them and how they feel about you. We're going to use the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards to find out more about what you're manifesting during this time, and whether that's in alignment with you, or if you need to figure out what's going on with the attraction to manifest something different. We're going to find out. Then we're going to get the Power to Surrender card as your advice. These messages are very, very helpful in regards to confirming how we feel, and also putting a spotlight on things that will help. So let's find out more about your message today for November 19th to the 25th. I do have monthlies, dailies as well, but when I film the weeklies, I do not do the dailies. So thank you so much for your patience during this time if you are waiting on your daily. I've got a few more readings to do, and then we'll get back to the dailies, which I'm super excited for. And then, yeah, love it. Thank you so much for joining me here, for being part of the Fam Jam by subscribing. If you feel the need to leave a comment, thank you for connecting with me. I do read all the comments, and let's get started on your message. So starting this week off, we do have a stellium in Scorpio. The energy is potent and can feel overwhelming, pushing individuals towards significant self-discovery and development. It is very intense, focus, and transformative. Can also manifest as secrecy and suspicion. Balance and self-awareness will be key. Mercury retrograde is also transiting back into Scorpio this week as well, maintaining a continuing stellium, which means that overwhelming, potent energy remains. This is the final retrograde of the year. This Scorpio phase involves looking at hidden truths and underlying emotions to realign intellect and emotion. On the 20th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. If you look at the night sky, you'll see that the moon is missing or gone. It appears to be, at least. It is there, it's just not illuminated. The moon is almost like a mirror at times, too. So, with that being said, this new moon in Sagittarius, you'll notice people around you and or yourself are going to feel called, pulled to go on a travel journey, to be separate or quit or move on from something or let go. It is wisdom within a journey of itself. This journey is part of a new cycle, a new phase. So what we're going to have to do during this time is to really allow ourselves to set an intention for this new moon cycle. And it could be within this message an intention for you. It may also have something to do with this self-discovery and development. Something that's going to mean a lot to you. That's why it's going to be so intense, but also something you want to keep a little private. Okay, that's one card for the deck. All decks are shuffled already. So let's split the deck to find out your message. This is a message of love and light, provided by my guides, angels, spirits, source, your guides. We have the Death card. This is that Scorpio energy we were talking about all throughout in like the last 4 minutes almost. Goodness gracious, took us 4.5 minutes to pull a card. Thank you for your patience. These messages are as if you're with me here. And so I don't want to just rush through it. I want to be fully focused on giving this for you. Okay. Got 5 of Wands energy. Okay, so this is kind of going down an interesting path. Death card, 5 of Wands, Five of Wands, we see people fighting. None of the wands are actually like hitting each other, but there is some kind of defense at the same time, some kind of argument at the same time. So there's something going on there. King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Could have something to do within your person's chart. Could have something to do with this masculine energy that is very sensitive, caring, nurturing, empathetic. Could be what they would say as like husband material. Bam, Ten of Cups. Interesting current moment. There's family support. There's two individuals embracing in this picture. Ten of Cups normally would show the outcome and result of unity with another individual and the creation of what that makes. It's like, Mom, how do babies get made? Like, this is that weird question, because here it's almost as if there's like nothing to show for it here, but just the Ten of Cups, and those cups are not yet showing fruit in essence. But we know that this is something here that gets to that point and creates that. Interesting. The Moon in reverse. Wow, clarity. This is kind of like an interesting understanding. Like for this week, someone could be really processing and understanding what the purpose of even having a boyfriend is for. And they're like, so you're telling me that like if I really want love, I actually have to love myself, because I really won't get that kind of love from a connection like this. Like, yes, Ten of Cups, but it's not what you think it is. Yes, support, family, community, love, joy, happiness, creation, peace, safety, 100%. But it's still like servitude. It's still schmexual. It's still generous and giving, and like takes effort and energy, and it can be draining. That's not a bad thing. It's still in the positive. Ten of Cups upright, right? But there's some interesting understanding with the stuff of the cards of the past, with the Death card, Five of Wands. And then the Moon, there's a clarity around something here. Two of Wands in reverse, not planning. There's something here that was a really big green flag for the person you're thinking of. You did what looks like go through a situation that you ended here in the past. But this also goes to show you everybody could not everybody, they could check the boxes off and be the right person, but intended to not be with you. And so you kind of understand that they may be 100% the right person, but if they're not in alignment with your path, they are not the right person. And they have to want to be on your path. And I'm talking to you, girl. You're not to shift your path. Because in the end, when they're done using you, after they want to switch paths and you're not willing to switch paths anymore because you already switched once. They're just going to leave you. Kind of energy. So we're going to find out more what's happening here in the future. I do feel that there's this energy of like, because of the Five of Wands and the Death card with the Two of Wands in reverse, there's an energy of like, well, I still don't completely trust this, but I am seeing some really good things. Three of Cups, okay, celebration, joy, happiness, friends. This is good. This is about building a foundation too. I like this. This is like connecting and getting to know someone. So your person could be actually wanting to take the right steps and take it very slow and like give this time. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Thinking things through, being very strategic. But it's for purpose, and there's also reason behind a reaction with that. Ten of Swords. Interesting. I do also see you during this particular time spending a lot of time with like friends of like gender. And it's not to bond over past grievances, but to understand that you need your own community too. And that you won't get that from the opposite gender. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's validation if it's from the opposite gender. As much as we want to see it as support, community, friends, it's just validation. It has to be from same gender. Okay? That's why we have healing men's groups and healing females groups. It's of same gender because it will be a validation if it's opposite gender. It's just really intensely intense to, which we're in the Scorpio energy, of course, to separate the self from the body at times. And so during a traumatic situation with like the Ten of Swords energy and the Five of Wands and the Death card, you need of like gender to help support, not because they understand you, just to prevent the distraction. That's it. And it's not because someone can't control themselves and they can't be honest and loyal to their partner. No, it's just distraction. Interesting, very interesting. This really made me think about like Middle Eastern countries for whatever reason, and just having a modest society. Really like that. What is the overall energy of this message for Capricorn, November 19th to the 25th? We've got Page of Wands. There's an inspiration here and there's an excitement. And I do see that because maybe potentially here in the past, the difficulties were just like very, very blue. See a lot of dull blue color. And then the King of Cups is very vibrant, but with the stuff around it, what surrounds this king may have said things like, let's see where it goes. Let's they would say, I'm not sure what exactly I want yet. And it's like, that could go in so many different directions, but they're actually purposely not being specific in regards to what. Like, well, they don't know what kind of girl they want or how she's to look. Or they don't know, they don't know what they want because they don't know if they want a wife or a 304. They don't know if they want a maid or an escort. They don't know if they want to be able to put in the effort yet. They don't know if they're done playing video games yet. Whatever it is. Okay? So I do see that there is something that you're just like, yeah, I'm not going to wait for you to be ready. Either you are or we're not. And this is why taking your sweet time and having these friendship connections and group things really slows things down so that it really like doesn't really put a finer in them or puts pressure on them, but it also makes them wait and they don't really want to. And so they usually just fall off and it fizzles out, which is super interesting. The energy of like today has been like, I've never had relationships fizzle out. I've just either forced it or it didn't work. It was either yes or a no. And I either found out it was a yes or I found out it was a no. But when you let it fizzle out, you realize that by putting in zero effort towards it, you understand if they actually like you or not. And why is that? Because you'll notice whether they want to get to know you more, ask you questions, or if they're asking somebody else questions. You really get to see a lot of the things under the surface that become revealed ultimately. So then what's the challenge? Fool card. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Something not seen. Two of Swords in reverse. The challenge is following your gut instinct in regards to an opportunity that you know you can handle, take on, and make happen. The challenge is the first step. So this could be also like the challenge of saying hello to another person, the challenge of stepping out of your comfort zone ultimately, doing something new. The challenge of adjusting to something that you're not used to as well. What is the outcome of this message? Eight of Cups, Hanged One. Oh my gosh. So this makes me feel like you're actually going to go after it, whatever it is. You're going to be able to, this was the message that really showed you that you can do it and that you are capable, and that it doesn't take anything extraordinary to take the first step. Just got to do it. Okay? Very interesting to think about. This could be like, this connection relationship could be all that you ever hope for and dream for. But it's nothing if they don't ask you for the number. It's nothing if they don't use that number. It's nothing if they don't actually say hello. It's nothing if they don't actually ask you out. You know what I mean? There's potential, but it's nothing without it. The action. So I do see here that there's a perspective and someone's actually going in a different direction. I feel like either you're noticing that someone's not taking action. There's argumentative energy, maybe no real plan. Like it feels like maybe a dead end. Like it just, so what? You just want to smex with me? And that's what they say. They don't actually care about you. Like they'd be like, oh, so like where'd you grow up? How did you get into school? Culinary? Why? How? Or that's me. Anyways, yeah. So whatever it is for you, you could. It's totally. This is a general message. Take it as it resonates for you. Zodiac signs in this message. We got Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag. It would be a younger Aries, Leo, Sag. We got Pisces energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that's it here. Cool. So how do they feel about you using the Lovers Oracle? Card off the table and card on the table. They feel about you healing. So either they notice that you're healing or they're personally healing themselves. And that maybe a timing thing is needed. So taking it slow, right? Building friendship, the foundation of this first. So imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light and feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And let their be closest between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Now, I had a thought previous to this, and it was like, they like you, but then they actually have, and you like them, but there's no real action towards each other for whatever reason. There's like this spark and chemistry, but like over shyness. And for them, they also still want to get their needs met, and so they're not willing to sacrifice you by trying you. They want you. They don't want to ruin this by trying you. So they're going to have other people in their life that will be in and out of their life, and they will be just using them, and it will just be failed connection with failed connection because they don't want it to work out with them. And you'll meet all these people, and you'll know them, and you'll not really have a good feeling about them because it's about what the masculine in the situation is doing. It has nothing to do with the friends that this person wants to meet their needs with. So ultimately, it seems as though the moment you kind of see a perspective of something and you see that they're not really taking action, but they're taking action with other people, and they're just kind of playing games with them, you start to realize that this person is not healed themselves, and that they didn't want to take that risk with you because they didn't want to project that onto you either, but like they also do care about you, but they're really not in this space to be with you, unfortunately. And so when you move on and you show them you're not waiting for them, and then you start having your own connections, but you don't just have connections to show them like, oh, look at me, I'm in something, and then it ends. No, you actually get into something that is good for you. That may not end, and that's something that they are going to have to risk that chance, because if they're not proactively doing their healing, they're distracting themselves, and having those people in and out of their life ultimately is a distraction. So we don't know what's going on the surface because they are in your past. We do see that they do care for you, empathetic, caring, but there's major spotlight on something within the connection, and I do see that the more that you just kind of take a step back and you go in a different direction, I feel that maybe they'll be coming around. So let's see. How do they feel about you? Or how do you feel about them? Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving to light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Like I was saying, the challenge is to step forward into something new. You're still hanging on to something old that you're leaving the door open for. And they're not going to be taking that action whatsoever, unfortunately. And that's okay. What is it you're manifesting during this time? For Capricorn, November 19th to 25th, go for it. Like I said, go for it. This is your green light. Oh my gosh, I love how that confirms. Bottom of the deck, we got reflect on your priorities. Not anybody else's priorities. Your priorities, okay? What matters most to you? Because this person has not met those needs. But you can for yourself. So tell me more about the power to surrender message. What are the advice? Thank you. Got a few cards here. One main card, couple main cards here. Surrender resentments and surrender to silence. So this would be like, well, this is something I'm actually working on. It's like, you don't need to tell them how they're not treating you well, or how they're not like taking action. They've chosen not to take action, and that is all you need. That is their communication. You don't need to resent them for that because they're not yours anyways. You just move on and show them that you're better. And now what other things? We got surrender to passion, surrender frustration, surrender low self-esteem, and surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Wow. So this makes me feel like you're like, well, when is it my turn? When is this and that? Well, you're remaining emotionally available to unavailable people at this moment. Why are you finding yourself in a comfort zone that is getting yourself constantly rejected? The moment that you shift and take this new step forward and new beginning, you actually allow yourself to surrender to passion and the beauty of the natural world. And because of how you're immersing yourself into life, man, someone will not be able to resist that. And I want to tell you, it's not going to happen this week, but it may happen next week, the week after, maybe next month. We'll find out. But the more that you allow yourself to work on this, the more the doors will be opening, okay? Thank you so much for joining me here. This is your message, my lovely Capricorn. I'll see you when I see you next. Check your monthlies, dailies, weeklies, other signs, and I'll see you around. Check the description box for anything else.